tell me how that, like, deporting 20 million people is going to reduce the number of homicides in this country. It's not.
Of government efficiency, headed by a gentleman named Elon Musk, who's here.
Oh, also they kicked out Vivek.
The hell he is.
Vivek is out now, so it's just Elon on Doge.
Come here, Elon. Did you see his rocket yesterday? It was captured. And X is with him. X. Come on, Elon, say a couple of words.
Okay.
I can't believe that's Grimes' child.
Thank you, Mr. President. Sorry, little X just followed me on the stage here. He's a very enthusiastic supporter.
He's like, please don't kill me. I have a son. I have a baby. Please. Please.
So
this is my little human shield X.
We're looking forward to making a lot of changes, and you know, this victory is the start, really. What matters going forward is to actually make significant changes, cement those changes, and set the foundation for America to be strong for a century, for centuries, forever.
Oh my God.
So, and make America great again. Yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, we're gonna do great things here. Thank you.
Thank you, Elon.
USA!
You know, I always say we have to be protective of our geniuses because we don't have too many, but that one is a good one. Now, I watched his rocket come down about...
Bro, I'm not... This is why, by the way, what you just saw right there is the reason why I was like, it can't be Adrian Dittman. Adrian Dittman can't be Elon Musk. Because that's how Elon Musk operates. That's how he talks.
Beautifully. Came down, it's tumbling, it's a mess, it's going down. I say, oh, look at that thing, that's a disaster. And then it gets like a couple of miles away from Earth, and all of a sudden, the engines start going on, the things start, and then I see it coming in and landing in the gantry, and I'm watching it, I'm saying, oh, it's gonna crash, oh, but those engines came out and they blew the fire all over the place. And all of a sudden, those two big arms came and hugged it like you would hug your little baby. And that sucker landed it. Nobody's been able to do that but him. And he's a great guy. And we have him and Vivek and some great people working on a thing called costs. And he's got the credibility to do it, too.
Vivek is literally out. Vivek is out at Doge, from what I understand.
But he went out to Pennsylvania after that. He landed that rocket nobody had ever seen. By the way, China can't do it. Russia can't do it or come close. It'll be 10 years before they can do it. And the U.S. can't do it except for him. And it's pretty amazing. But he did that, and then he journeyed to Pennsylvania, where he spent like a month and a half campaigning for me in Pennsylvania. And he's a popular guy, and he was very effective. And he knows those computers better than anybody, all those computers, those vote-counting computers. And we ended up winning Pennsylvania like in a landslide, so it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So thank you to Elon. And his son's name, who's cute as a button, his son's name is X. He's the only guy who could get away with the name X.
Yeah, Vivek is
out. His son is a great guy. One thing we know, his son is smart. If you believe in the racehorse theory, he's got a nice, smart son. But thank you very much to Elon and everybody. We've had so much help.
Talking about his semen, dog. If you believe in the racehorse theory, his father is smart, his son, his semen is strong.
Take the oath of office. Oh, you're going to have a lot of fun watching television tomorrow. Somebody said yesterday, sir, don't sign so many in one day. Let's do it over a period of weeks.
Unexpected eugenics? How is it unexpected, dog? Come on. You're watching the Fourth Reich. Eugenics is the most expected part of this conversation.
You know that old story. Let's do it later. Then it never gets.
It's like saying, oh, an unexpected amount of neo-Nazi propaganda that's coming out of the Jumbotron there. Talking about how brown people are scary and dangerous.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion mandates all across the government and private sector and return our country to the merit system. You know, the Supreme Court ruled that the United States is allowed to go by the merit system, which is what made us great in the first place. That was a big ruling that a lot of people don't even know about, but it was a big, tremendous ruling. And you're focusing on character, competence, and qualifications in all hiring decisions. Now you're allowed to go by competence and ability and genius. You don't have to hire somebody to send up one of his rocket ships that doesn't know anything about what's happening. As a first step toward restoring transparency and accountability to government, we will also reverse the overclassification of government documents, and in the coming days, we are going to make public remaining records relating to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, his brother Robert Kennedy, as well as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and other topics of great public interest. It's all going to be released, Uncle Sam. And I will direct our military to begin construction of the great Iron Dome missile defense shield, which will all be made in the USA. And we will get wokeness the hell out of our military immediately and make it like it used to be.
Soldiers.
Take a look at this.
You little scumbag! I got your name! I got your ass! You will not laugh! You will not cry! You will
What
learn
is
by the
going
number!
on?
Happy Pride. Happy Pride Month, and actually, let's declare it a summer of pride.
So you're a killer? Sir, yes, sir! Let me see your war face! Sir, you got a war face? Ah! That's a war face! Now let me see your war face! Ah! Bullshit! You didn't convince me! Let me see your...
Okay, this is why you can't. I'm convinced now. You can't make an anti-war movie. It's impossible.
You will be a weapon. You will be a minister of death, praying for war. But until that day, you are pukes. You are the lowest form of life on earth. You are not even human fucking being. You are nothing but unorganized.
Yeah, hey guys. I wonder what happens in this movie, like, which is not real, it's a movie, but I wonder what happens in the movie.
The best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up as a brown stain on the mattress.
You want to know something really funny about this? Soldiers Doing Drag is literally a classic, okay? Like, getting upset at soldiers doing drag is so funny because soldiers, there's never been a time period in history where a unit has not done drag, okay? Here, let me show you a time period. Let me show you a time period when our military was at its best. GIs as dolls. World War II, ladies and gentlemen. The last time that the American military was actually engaging in truly anti-fascist action. And here they are. Doing drag. That's what's so funny about this is like the idea that like, oh man, like, oh, look at our gay ass military now. It's like, okay, dude, sure.
To restore the spirit of American Armed Forces, I have appointed Pete Hegseth as our next Secretary of Defense. Where's Pete? Where's Pete? Pete's here someplace. Where is he?
Why were they
Good
doing
job,
it? Fun,
Pete.
etc. Yeah, for fun.
They like you.
drag, and you know, doing this kind of like dress up shit is so normal, and it's so like the last 4 years of the Republican Party making this like a big issue that Donald Trump himself entertained drag when Rudy Giuliani was in drag and Donald Trump walked up to him and like smelled his boobies and whatnot. Like there's a video of that out there from the 2000s. It's not a thing. This is not like a real issue.
To end the weaponization of our government and restore
He motorboated Rudy Giuliani.
the law. Oh, this is so important.
Yeah. Vetbot Gaming is right. The military is the most homoerotic organization in America, sometimes in a bad way too.
Incredible job. She will do an incredible job, and she's working with another person who's going to be unbelievable at the FBI, Kash Patel.
With Donald Trump.
You know, you're really beautiful.
The spoof was filmed 16
And tomorrow,
years ago when
everybody in
Giuliani
this
was mayor
very
of New York
large
for a
arena will be
charity
very
dinner.
happy
So it was all in
with my
good fun.
decision
Oh,
on
you
the
dirty boy! You,
J6 hostages.
It's new. It's new shit.
I-
This whole like anti-drag meta is 100% a new invention for the Republican Party. Okay? Okay, you didn't have to play this video? No, I will always play that video.
They're up here someplace in one of those beautiful boxes, and their team is doing very well, and Ovechkin is a great player, right? But I want to thank Ted and all of the owners for allowing this to take place. It was really great, and thank you. It's a hell of an operation, great place, fantastic arena. Thank you, Ted. Thank you, everybody. At Homeland Security, we will have a tough leader in Kristi Noem, and we will have an outstanding Secretary of Transportation in Sean Duffy, Congressman Sean Duffy. Great people. And we're going to win so much that Governor Burgum of the Interior, you know,
My goat,
Governor
my
Burgum,
goat,
one of the best
Burgamaniacs, rise
governors
up.
in the country, is in
We're still
charge
alive.
of
The dream is
Department
not
of the
dead.
Interior.
Burgamaniacs, rise
And the
up.
hottest man
Dakota,
anywhere
rise
in the
up.
world for
One
energy.
united Dakota,
When I
rise
announced
up.
him, people couldn't believe it. You didn't hear
Under
of
the
him, but if
watchful
you're in
gaze of
energy
the bird.
business, he's considered the absolute best. Mr. Chris Wright of the Energy Department. He's going to head up the Energy Department. He's the hottest guy in there is. Anybody in the energy business, they said, I can't believe you got Chris Wright. And a man named Marco Rubio is going to be our great future Secretary of State. And Howard Lutnick, a tremendous success on Wall Street, is going to be our Secretary of Commerce. They have to go through these drills, but they're going to. And I want to thank the Republican senators. They've been doing great. And John Thune has been doing a great job in moving the process along quickly. We're going to have a lot of them hopefully approved very quickly. And a very special woman, Linda McMahon, is going to be our future Secretary of Education, which we're going to be giving back to the states. Let the state run education. I said to Linda, Linda, I'm making you the Secretary of Education, but if you do a great job, you will put yourself out of a job because you're going to be sending it back to the states. And she's fantastic, and her staff, which has been largely hired, is fantastic. And all of the other leaders will come to me and they're going to say, do you remember I used to do this for fun? But it's really not fun, it's fact. Because we have to do some of best of, right? But they're going to come and say to me, sir, we're winning too much, sir. We can't take it anymore. We have to stop winning, sir. We can't do it. We're not used to winning in our country. And each one of them is going to say, every single one, sir, please, You're destroying our country. We're winning too much. Our country isn't prepared for this. They're not used to winning, sir. And I'll say, no, no, Linda and everybody, we're not going to stop winning. The people of our country want us to keep on winning, and we're going to go win like never, ever before. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to be doing it, Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam is having a heart attack down here. Look at him. Uncle Sam is going wild. And they think I pay for these people. I have no idea who he is. All I know is he does. And there's Abe Lincoln. Thank you, honest Abe. I have no idea. I swear, I have no idea who the hell he is. But he looks like Abe. He's probably a little bit shorter, in all fairness. Abe was 6'6". He's a little bit shorter. He's about a foot shorter. Other than that, he's perfect. Thank you, Abe. In addition to the most talented cabinet ever assembled, and we think we're hearing things like that, we will be supported in our mission by countless wonderful American patriots. First, let me thank my incredible family, and I want to thank in particular somebody that headed up the Republican Party, along with Mike, the two of them, Lara Trump, who you saw before, who produced those two beautiful children. Lara Trump is unbelievable. She was the chairman of the Republican Party. And nobody ever said, oh, gee, it's a family member. They actually said, how the hell did you get her to do it? And she did a phenomenal job. We had a minimum of cheating. We watched them like a hawk. Where is Lara? Where the hell is she? Because she did some job. See, she wants to be nice and quiet. She's here someplace. Thank you, Lara. Thank you very much, hon. She's phenomenal. The job she did, and her son, who was up, didn't they do a beautiful job? The son and the daughter. How many young kids know that one? They don't know that one. But her husband is somebody I'm very proud of. He's doing a great job. He's been subpoenaed more than any human being in history, I believe. Every day he'd get a subpoena from Congress on something, oh, bullshit. But he'd get a subpoena. He's got a PhD in subpoenas. But he did a fantastic job. And Don, you know all about Don, how he did. He's great. He's very popular, too. He knows a lot about guns, I want to tell you that. We had, by the way, I have to tell you, we had great support from every gun group, including the NRA, which really worked hard. And Ivanka and Jared are here, and Tiffany and Michael are here, and Barron and my 10 incredible grandchildren, and another one coming through Tiffany. And of course, I want to thank our next Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance. Wherever he may be, there's a lot of people. Wherever the hell he is, he's here someplace. It's a lot of people. It's a little tough when you say, where is he? You know, you got a lot of people in here. But J.D. Vance has been extraordinary. And he's got an unbelievable wife, the Second Lady of the United States, Usha Vance. So, Usha, thank you very much. Beautiful couple, great people. We're also pleased to be joined tonight by Hulk Hogan, the Hulkster. The Hulkster. One thing, it's not hard to find him. All he has to do is stand up and you say, there he is. But he's great. And Kid Rock, wow. Kid Rock is a friend of mine.
Wow. Kid Rock,
he's a friend of mine for a long, long time. He did that thing on Budweiser. Budweiser will never be the same when he did the gun with a MAGA hat.
This is the president,
That was
dude.
the commercial
What are we
that everybody
doing?
saw.
Kid did
Also
a
with
rock.
us tonight is a great actor, tremendously talented guy, John Voight, who's great, and a friend of mine. And Sylvester Stallone is here. Great guy. And you know, I got Mel Gibson, Sylvester Stallone, and John Voight to become ambassadors to Hollywood, California, to put it back on track. So they're all ambassadors. You have to
hilarious.
refer to them as ambassador, Mr. Ambassador. And a man who's got an army of young people, Charlie Kirk, is here. And I want to thank Charlie. Charlie is fantastic. I mean, this guy, don't believe the stuff when you hear the kids are liberal. They're not liberal. Maybe they used to be, but they're not anymore. You got to see how many people are for us. And I want to thank Megyn Kelly. She's been terrific. She's been really great. And Billy Ray Cyrus. And Lee Greenwood. Wow, has he been something. What a song and what a man. And you know, by the way, these microphones, you see the microphones? I said, what the hell are those microphones doing standing behind me? You're going to have a little special treat at the end of this speech. I don't want to tell you because you'll rush me off the stage. Get off the stage. But you have a little special treat, and I won't tell you, but let's put it this way. It's the people that 30 years ago had a hot song, never hit #1, hit #5. But 30 years later, it hit #1 week after week. And they're here to sing. They're here to sing for you. And you won't recognize them. They're slightly larger than they used to be, but that's the way life goes. We can all tell you, that's the way life goes. There's nothing we can do about that. Sebastian Gorka, stand up, Sebastian. I see Sebastian here. There's a patriot. He's been with me through thick and thin, right, Sebastian? Now he's with the administration. Thank you. Great guy.
Another Nazi, by the way.
And again, I want to thank Elon for what he did in Pennsylvania. He worked
Not that it matters. Not that it matters, obviously, because, you know, as long as they're pro-Israel, it's fine. But, like,
a man who
literally had to be pushed aside the first time around because he was wearing a Vitesse Rend pin to the Trump inauguration last time around, who quite literally, and Mel Gibson too, obviously, but like wearing a Vitesse Rend pin to the Trump inauguration is so insane, so diabolical, because they actively hunted Jews in Hungary. Okay? Like he was wearing his granddaddy's pin. Nazi, are you stupid? Yes. I am not stupid. I think if you're wearing the pin of a unit that collaborated with the Nazi with the Nazi government, with the Nazi forces to hunt down Jews, yeah, I think it's normal to call that person a Nazi. Who can I call a Nazi then? What the hell?
Name them. No. Do you want me to name governors, senators, and Congress people? No. I thought you were going to say that. Sorry, governors. No, but we appreciate all of the
people at this point are like, you know who was who's the only Nazi? Adolf Hitler. No one else.
And our Senate Republicans have been unbelievable, and the governors are unbelievable. The job they're doing.
Only Adolf Hitler was a Nazi.
Of the crime-ridden cities,
and even then he was
top
misunderstood.
25, every single one of them is run by a Democrat. Does that tell you something?
Yeah, only Adolf Hitler was a Nazi, and actually he was a socialist.
In the Republican cities. Tonight, I also want to send our love to everyone affected by the terrible wildfires raging in California. We're praying for you all. We love you all. We're going to be there very soon. I'm going to go out there on Friday to see it and to get it moving back. We're going to get some of the best builders in the world, and we'll get it moving back. And I also want to pay my respects to the great people of North Carolina. You know, I won it every single time. And they've been treated very badly. FEMA almost didn't know it existed. And we're going to get North Carolina rocking and rolling, okay? We're going to get them rocking and rolling. They've been treated very badly as a state. Together we will rebuild Los Angeles better, more beautiful than ever before. We're going to get it going. We have the best builders in the world. It's the only people that could do it. Nobody else knows what the hell they're doing. And in 2028, the Los Angeles Olympics will be one of the great sporting events and patriotic celebrations in history. I was with Gianni, the head of the Olympics, and because of the wildfires, they're going to do a special job. They're going to really do something very special on the Olympics. And the opposite, some people said, oh, maybe the Olympics can't go there. It turned out just the opposite. They came to see me the other day, and the committee, and it's just the opposite. So the Olympics is great. And Johnny, for the others, you know, the World Cup, Johnny is the head of it. We had our top people, Wasserman. They all came in on the Olympics, and then I saw Johnny. And we got the World Cup, too. And, you know, it's only because they rigged the election that I'll be your president representing you there. You know, I got both of them. I got the Olympics, and I got the World Cup. And I said, you know, it's too bad. One was in 2026, and the other was in 2028. And I said, I won't be there. I won't be your president. But then they rigged the election, and now we won, so I'm going to be your president for the Olympics and for the World Cup. So, Johnny, thank you for the World Cup. And everybody, thank you for the Olympics. We're going to have a great time. We have another thing happening. 250 years. A celebration like no other. 250 years. And that's going to be taking place next year. So we have a lot of big events coming. And everything we do everything. We take it very, very seriously. But what do we do more than anything else? We put America first. And it all starts tomorrow when I raise my hand on the Bible to be sworn as we'll be sworn in tomorrow.
Yeah,
we're all going to be sworn in together. That's the way I look at it. It's not me, it's you. Greatest of all time. So we will be sworn in tomorrow. I'll be representing you as your 47th President of the United States. And just in conclusion, together we're going to cut your taxes, end inflation, slash your prices, getting them back down, raise your wages, and bring thousands of factories back to the USA, right where they belong, and that'll be done through tariffs and smart policy. We will build American, we will buy American, and we will hire American. I will end the war in Ukraine, I will stop the chaos in the Middle East, and I will prevent World War III from happening, and you have no idea how close we are. We will crush violent crime in our cities and give our police the support, protection, resources, and respect they so dearly deserve. We will strengthen and modernize our military again. We did it. We rebuilt our entire military. And then they gave billions and billions of dollars of it to, you remember, to the Taliban. They gave it to the Taliban. They gave our military equipment, a big chunk of it, to the enemy. Do you know that we pay billions of dollars a year? Do you know this? Does anyone know this? To Afghanistan? Do you know that? And I say, if we're going to pay billions of dollars a year, tell them we're not going to give them the money unless they give back our military equipment that these poor, stupid people allowed for them to have. So we'll give them a couple of bucks. We want the military equipment back. We will rebuild our once great cities, including our capital in Washington, DC, making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. And we want to make this city again safe. We don't want people coming to Washington and getting mugged, shot, killed. We're going to stop it. Law enforcement, and they have very good police here, but they have to be allowed to do their job. We're going to stop it. We're going to beautify it. We're going to make it the most beautiful capital in the world. We will teach our children to love our country, to honor our history, and to always respect our great American flag. And we will get critical race theory and transgender insanity the hell out of our schools. And always remember, this is so easy. This will be done tomorrow. We will keep men out of women's sports. It's over. I will defend religious liberty.
We're so cooked.
I will restore free speech.
We're
and
so
I will
cooked.
defend the right to keep and bear arms. We're going to defend that right. After years of building up foreign nations, defending foreign borders, and protecting foreign lands, we are finally going to build up our country, defend our borders, and protect our citizens. And we will stop illegal immigration once and for all. We will not be invaded. We will not be occupied. We will not be overrun. We will not be conquered. We will be a free and proud nation once again, and that will take place tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Everyone in our country will prosper, every family will thrive, and every day will be filled with opportunity and hope, and also filled with a thing called the American dream that you don't hear much about anymore. For the past 9 years, you and I fought side by side against the most sinister and corrupt forces on earth, and in our magnificent victory on November 5th, you showed them once and for all that this nation does not belong to them. This nation
Can we please move on?
belongs to...
Can we please move on? This is nothing new. It's depressing, scary, and giving his speech a large platform. You're right. I'm giving the next president of the United States of America a large platform. You know, Asmongold is also watching this speech, and he has 20,000 more people watching the speech with him. You know what I mean? Just get ready for the new reality in the United States of America. Okay? Every single social media platform is going to be right-wing. So if you're still holding on to this like idiotic, idiotic old hat liberal, I'm uncomfy right now for hearing Donald Trump's statements, just get used to it. You know, you're going to see a lot more of it. And not only are you going to see a lot more of it, it is going to harm you. You know, you can't just like close your eyes to the growing fascist movement in this country.
American astronauts.
And hope it goes away, because it's not going to go away.
It was hardworking patriots like you who built this country. And 75 days ago on November 5th, it was hardworking patriots like you who saved our country. You saved our country. Now, after all we have been through together, we stand on the verge
Hasan's
of the
a
four
dumbass.
greatest years in American history. With your help, we will restore America's promise, and we will rebuild the nation that we all love so much. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. We will never give in. We will never give up. We will never back down, and we will never, ever, ever, ever surrender. We will fight, 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 and we will win, win, win. And together, we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make
surpassing you in viewers by
America
20K.
healthy again.
Asmongold's always been a larger content creator than me, so it's
We will
not
make
even remotely
America
shocking.
strong again. We will make
So
America
I think it's just a
proud
broader
again.
trend that's also
We will make
a broader trend that we're seeing all
America
across the
safe
country in every
again.
single social media platform is that if you are
And
center
we
right or
will
right wing,
make
or at least like
America
more open-minded to right wing
great
values,
again. Thank you
and present
very
yourself
much.
as that, you will see tremendous
Thank you
success.
very much. What a
If you
great
consider this to
victory
be a
for
new
everybody.
phenomenon, well, you haven't really been paying attention. Yep, here it is. We'll make America strong again. We're saying cooked in this chat. They're saying based in the chat, listening to the speech, the vibe is very different. Yeah, I mean, it's also a moment of celebration for a lot of right wingers, you know? So let them celebrate for the time being. This happened last time around as well. When Donald Trump won the first time around, right wingers danced all around town, got super excited, super stoked. And I think it took a couple years, but you know, people very clearly unmute it. Man, shut the fuck up. I'm making an important point right now. Oh my God. I'm shutting off chat. Yikes. Okay. One thing that a lot of people will very quickly realize, or maybe given enough time, they will inevitably realize, is that Donald Trump comes into power. He says he's going to start deporting all the migrants or whatever, and that is going to somehow lead to genuine material improvements for people's lives. But when rent stays the same or gets more expensive, when egg prices go up, right? When all of that happens, even after, you know, all of these deportations start taking place, people are going to recognize, they're going to be forced to recognize the reality that maybe all of this stuff that Trump promised wasn't a reality at all. Some of which will double down. These people, you know, always have a tendency to double down. It's a cult-like desire. But for many others, they're going to look for a reason. Slowly but surely, they'll fall out of favor. They'll fall out of interest with politics in general. The biggest issue here is that there is no competent counterbalance, no competent counterweight to drive people in the direction of who's causing the actual harm. That is the reason why I'm so critical of the Democratic Party and regularly shit on the Democratic Party. And the current duopoly that we have in the American government, it's supposed to be the Democratic Party that actively pushes back against this, that tries to create some kind of defense against the Republicans actively undermining marginalized communities, painting them as the villains because they're an easy target to paint. Your shirt is gay? Yeah, I wore it so I could fuck your dad. He loved it. Your dad is gay. I'm your stepdad now. Yeah, you're disowned. You got two dads now. This village people thing right after the military video sure is something. Yeah, they get to be gay. They own all of it, okay? Just like Trump gets to be kind of sympathetic to China at times. Because he has a lot of confidence. He entertains a lot more confidence from his base of support. Why does he entertain a lot more confidence from his base of support? Why don't the Democrats have this same level of confidence? It's not because the Republicans are too stupid. I mean, sure, that is a factor in this as well. Okay. But it's not just because the Republicans are stupid and Democrats are too brilliant. And that's why they're constantly critical of their administration. It's because he gives them things. Okay. He gives them stuff. He gives them treats. He gives them, he understands what they want and he offers it to them. In many instances, what they want is cruel, but he's not shy about enforcing that cruelty. But that's it. That's it. is because Fox News won't spin that narrative about him. I'm sorry. Did MSNBC spin a negative narrative about Joe Biden? No. But what happened? Like, liberal media actively made it seem as though Joe Biden wasn't a carcass. Okay? Throughout the last 4 years, this is the best of their ability. Okay? That's more than you would expect. And what good did that do? What good did that do? He's sharp as a tack. He's having the most sex with his wife, Jill Biden, Dr. Jill Biden.